Where's that treasure map?
Arghhhhh, what's up everybody? It's the Pirate Stacker coming at you Friday. I hope you're all having a great weekend. It is here, it's upon us. I know I'm glad. I'm still working. I hope you guys all have something great planned. I'll definitely have some fun. I gotta get some work done this weekend, but you know, I always look forward to Fridays. So, sorry, my cat is being crazy. So, I work on a computer all day, and so I listen to a lot of talk news and stuff like that, and I get a lot of opinions based on a lot of the information I seek out. I know that we just had the State of the Union address last night, and I was struck by several people that had said, wow, Joe Biden, he seemed like he really kind of had it together. He talked really well last night, and this, that, and the other. And I don't want to make this about politics, but it's so frustrating because this is a guy that is running our country into the ground, directly and indirectly. You know, you get up, you give a big speech, we're going to give teachers raises, we're going to do all this wonderful stuff, and it's all bullshit. I mean, this is politics, right? We're chasing votes right now. These people, they're not doing such and such. I passed this bill, but I'm not going to tell you that the bill had a bunch of money for Ukraine, Israel, this, that, the other, you name it. You know, I'm just going to say that they rejected my border bill. So there's all these half-truths and lies, and I think that that's super easy to go out and throw around a bunch of lies, right? I mean, that's what we're doing here. We see it every day. Like, if you're not gaslit by it or frustrated by it, it's only because it hasn't affected you directly yet. Well, let me tell you what is going to affect everybody directly. This idea that we can bring all these immigrants in, give them unlimited money and resources. They're not even working. They're literally sitting around bored, coming up with their own stuff to do, or being on vacation, for that matter, when our own Americans are homeless, struggling, hurting. Our prices are going up on everything. Super frustrating. So we have an awesome sheriff. His name is Grady Judd here in Florida. If you don't know who Grady Judd is, look him up. He's got some outtakes. He is the guy that says, hey, come to my county and rob somebody with a gun. We're going to shoot you. I'm going to tell everybody, shoot them. Because that's how you stop that from happening. And this guy is no BS. And he gives the best. Now, luckily, Florida's got several of these guys. We got one in my county, Volusia County, Sheriff Mike Chitwood. Back when we had the school shootings, Mike flat out said, we train to engage. Whether there's one of them or 10 of them, whoever's on site, we're going to be firing on them till somebody else comes or we're dead. There is no circle the wagons. There is no wait for the troops. These guys are no BS, and I love it because literally their actions show that constantly, and it's great to know we got people like that. And I've heard similar stories about some awesome sheriffs in Texas and some other places too. These people are genuinely trying to hold the line, uphold the Constitution. You know, this is a big deal. These are good men. So whenever he has a press conference, and it's often, he likes to come out, he pulls the pictures out, he shows who these people are. Now, this happens to be one of his many sex stings, right? And there's a lot of them happening these days. There's tons of sex workers happening. Most of them, a big chunk of them, are currently illegal migrants. Call it what you will. They are working. They are trafficked. They are here paying money up to the people that are trafficking them. It's a very real thing. This particular sting that he's talking about, they busted some 250 women, johns, pimps, the whole thing, all the way up the chain. And they do it all the time. This is a regular thing. And it sucks, but these people are out there. These are predators, right? But I want you to listen, because what he talks about right here, this is not the only case of this. New York's talking about doing $10,000 debit cards to every illegal migrant for like every 3 or 4 months. Like, it's stupid, obscene amounts of money. They have free housing, free food, free expendables, free health care. Like, we don't even have this shit. It's really frustrating. And where's all that money come from? Who knows, right? Well, check this out. And this is from, I'll put a link to this so anybody can click on it. So you can watch this whole thing. It's an hour long. It's really great. He trots these bad guys out, shows them off, women too. It's pretty good, but I want you to listen up and let me show you this.
Folks, I want to introduce you to Andres Gill, okay? Here's this guy. He's also on this board, but get a look at him for a second. He came down here from New York with 3 females. All of them are in the country illegally. Did you hear what I said? You're all here illegally. He's the one that comes with them to drive them. These ladies are all controlled by a human trafficker. We think their human trafficker is a female. She sets up their appointments, she puts their ads online, she tells them where to go. And by the way, on Friday, the victims of human trafficking, and we've grayed them out, 3 of them that are here illegally from Venezuela, 3 of them have to pay her $3,000 a piece on Friday, or else they're threatened. So they're not free. They're really indentured, and they're quote unquote paying off their debt. Now here's what they told us, all right? I'm sure the federal government will verify that this is not true, but you decide who you want to believe, whether you want to believe these victims of human trafficking or the whitewash the federal authorities give you. They said that when they came into the country illegally, DHS gave them a form, an ID, paperwork that allows them to fly for free.
Fly for free.
You know, Southwest will let your bags fly free. Well, the federal government will let your illegal immigrants fly free. And they operate out of New York. And they were working up there, and the New York authorities said, hey, if you don't have identification, you can't work in our sex trade up here. You know, we don't allow sex trade here at all, but New York will allow you to do some stuff if you've got the proper authority.
Nice job, New York.
A lot of money. They're addicted to it. These ladies are going to give you more details. They tell us that they fly to major metro centers for free on the federal government, where they set up their appointments for sex all around the country. Did you hear what I said? Listen, folks, if they don't pay $3,000 a piece on Friday, they're in trouble. The human trafficker sets up the deal. Hey, this deal is just outside of Tampa. They say they show this ID, this card, this paper, they fly for free down here. Then they fly back. But we heard a similar theme from all 21 of these folks. We can't work legally, we're addicted to this cash. It's a lot of cash and it's quick, so we have to give $3,000 a week. We get to keep everything above that. We have a crisis at the border. And because of the crisis at the border, we have people that are victimizing illegal folks, forcing them into the sex trade.
All right, that's 4 minutes of this hour long. These people are flying around the country. They are mobile. Who's paying for that? Not Southwest Airlines, not the airlines, the government. The government's paying for that. And I guarantee you it's not a matter of like, oh, what's the fee? What's your flight? It's a $50 flight, a $100 flight. No, this is just like healthcare, right? You're sick, you can go pay cash at a clinic, it's $90, they see you, blah, blah, blah. You have insurance? Oh yeah, we'll take your insurance. It's free to you right now, or maybe it's a $25 copay. And then they'll charge the insurance $450 for your visit. I guarantee you it's the same exact scenario. So whatever that number is that is making these airlines complicit, and believe me, I'm sure it has something to do with the payoffs during COVID and the bailouts and all that money that just gets thrown around loosely to keep these people doing what they're told. But these people are flying across the country. They're bored. They're doing things other than legal work, and they're mobile. We're giving them the ability. Oh, you commit a crime in New York, you can head down to Florida. You can head over to California. You can head to Utah. You can go anywhere you want for free. Here you go. Here's your paper. That's all it takes. You don't even have to have an ID. And we're hearing about them getting walked onto airplanes on the tarmac in places where they're not even going through TSA. We got to take our shoes off and get frisked, and these people are being walked on. Look, this illegal immigrant thing is a big deal. And I don't like getting political, but I feel like we are headed into the biggest nosedive, the biggest downfall of our country we've ever seen. And this is going to get paid. This is going to come out of somebody's ass. You and me, us working stiffs, us suckers, we're going to foot the bill for this. And then it's going to trickle down to our kids and our kids' kids. This isn't going to just go away. This is some crazy stuff. Look, I just am so frustrated. I hear this stuff. Everybody's like, oh, don't worry. It's going to get bailed. Trump's coming back. Look, I love Trump because he's not a politician. But Trump didn't stop it in 2020. I don't think anything gets changed in 2024. I think business as usual rolls right on ahead because the filthy, rich, and corrupt are getting richer and more corrupt. That's my 2 cents. Tell me what you think. Am I out of bounds? Am I crazy? Am I making all this up? Look, I'm not this isn't a Republican Democrat thing. I'm not a party guy. I'm not. I vote for who I believe in. Period. The end. I hate the system. I hate the two-party system. I think it's a joke. I think it's a dog and pony show. I think it's all fixed, rigged, call it what you want. What was it? They're just saying AOC's been in Congress for 5 years, 6 years. She's worth $29 million, $30 million that we know of. Nice $100,000 a year salary, $140,000, $160,000. Listen, this is a racket. The corruption is thick, and we're going to pay. Somebody's going to pay. Tell me what you think about it. Have a great weekend. Not to be a downer, I just was like, I got to vent, man. I got to get this one off my chest. We'll see. Have a good night, guys. Pirate out. Arg.